are some of the testing that people can do for sperm that's additional that maybe isn't being looked at in the first place?
Yeah, so sperm, I mean, usually like step one is get the sperm tested, right? Do like general sperm analysis and make sure things are looking good. If not, like there may be things that need to be addressed. Some things are like easier to fix. Well, sperm regenerates, around every 72 days. So it's like,
Mm.
there's easy lifestyle changes that males can make that can really have like a great impact on their sperm. But sometimes what happens is, oh, sperm's looking good. This is great. And then it's like, well, everything else looks good. Now we're in unexplained infertility. And it's
Mm.
like, well, what's going on with DNA fragmentation? Sperm can seem normal and seem to be in okay parameters, but it can be fragmenting like on the DNA level. And in that case, you're either not going to get pregnant or you can start having recurrent loss. So in cases like this, where you're having unexplained infertility, everything else looks good, or you're having recurrent pregnancy loss, DNA fragmentation should really be looked into. So what they do is like the male produces a sample and they use like a staining process and a microscope to see if there are any breaks, dents, chunks missing in the DNA. Everyone
Mm.
pictures that like double helix in your
Yeah.
mind. It is one of the most discussed and promising biomarkers in basic and clinical andrology. And it's definitely like an important addition to the workup. So it's not always going to be something that they recommend right off the bat. But I'd
Hmm.
say if you fall into one of those categories, it should be something that can be looked at and something you can advocate for. Like if you want to do it and you're like, do you have DNA frag? Some people just want to get it done. Like I've heard stories of like males going through like regular testing, their partner going through testing, everything looking good, and them spending money on like several cycles. And the doctor being like, oh, maybe we can do DNA frag. And, the male being upset and being like, why didn't you just tell me this to begin with? I just would have done it right off the bat because the
Yeah.
fragmentation was really bad after. He's like, we just
Mm.
wasted how much
Yeah.
money on cycles. So I really think that needs to be taken into consideration, when family planning, when doing testing. It's like, okay, this is the basic. What else do you have? Can I decide? Even though you as the doctor are saying like what you're supposed to say, this isn't recommended right now. But if I choose to spend the
Mm.
money and want to do it, like I feel like people should have that power of choice. It
Yes,
frustrates me when they
absolutely.
don't.